Let's look at the process as to how company OKR are used within the company, how they get adapted for department, teams, and employee, and how the timelines look like. An OKR program is built on a mix of processes and functions that ensure the entire organization is pulling in the same directions. One of the most tricky parts of designing an OKR program is finding a cadence that works best for your organization and teams. It is really a matter of try and error. What is a cadence? Cadence sets the frequency with which the organization and its respective team set and review their OKR. Typically, OKR programs are most successful when they operate on a combination of cadence. These cadence interact with each other to create a rhythm of continuous and focused progress. Having helped many organizations set up robust OKR programs, and through our own experience, we have learned that the combination of annual and quarterly cadence is most beneficial. The purpose behind such a combination is to set a high-level goal with a longer horizon that is accomplished by working on smaller goals with a shorter horizon. Let's start with the cadence of a longer horizon. Most organizations have their guiding light for everything they do. While strategy is an organization beacon in the long run, it's often too broad to be broken down into actionable goals effectively. That's where OKR set on longer cadence comes in. At the beginning of the cycle, executives should closely reflect on strategy and define the organization and all the department focus and priorities for a given period of time, typically a year or at times even 3 years. Such OKR communicate the core theme that the organization or department want to achieve by the end of the given time frame. Since teams are at the forefront of driving execution, I recommend that execs gather teams and individual input when setting this long-term OKR. Their insights are invaluable to ensure that the organization focuses on the right area. Second, the cadence with a shorter horizon. Shorter cadence are typically where teams and departments drive execution, supporting and delivering the higher level priority set by the organization. Such cadence can be set in a various way: quarterly, 6-week, or even monthly, depending on your needs. Ultimately, the human brain prioritizes instant gratification. Breaking larger, more daunting goals into smaller, more manageable goals helps teams stay on track. Short cadence keep teams agile, creative, and motivated. One might take quarterly OKR provide teams with the perfect amount of time to meaningfully impact metrics but also course correct where needed. Finding a rhythm that works for you, it's important to note that the OKR framework is flexible. There's no hard and fast rule on setting the right cadence for your organization. It's a matter of starting simple and modifying the process as you iterate and learn. Let's talk about short cadence. For pretty much all organizations, a short cadence is a no-brainer. Indeed, working in this more agile cycle is a key reason why many organizations choose to work with OKR in the first place. Here are the key benefits. Keep on top of shifting priorities in uncertain operating environment. For example, startup. Remain agile with enough time to reflect and learn. Create a sense of urgency to team. Continue to drive progress on these priorities. And now, let's look at longer cadence. For more established companies with less uncertainty, a longer cadence for company goal could be a better option. Don't forget, you still need to keep things agile. So balance it out with a shorter cadence at the individual, team, or department level. We also recommend keeping cadence consistent across teams or departments to ensure dependencies are coordinated and aligned. Another option is having a longer cadence at the company level, and then having a fluid cadence for teams and department or individual level. They are then free to create OKR to support the company's level OKR, the annual or the 3 years, as and when it is needed. Well, finding the right cadence is an iterative process. The annual and quarterly combination works for most organizations, and to keep things simple, we recommend you start there. Remember, this is not set in stone. At the end of each quarter, discuss the experience, identify learning, and make necessary adjustments to find cadence that work for you. Let's focus on a calendar year for now. Before the start of the coming year, have a brainstorm session 4 to 6 weeks before the start of Q1 for the upcoming year. And 2 weeks before that Q1 of the following year, the executive board communicate the annual company-wide OKR for the whole company to all employees. Yes, to all. At the beginning of the year, the company OKR are public. The department managers define the OKR for their department and teams based on the company OKR. Then they discuss and confirm them 1 week later with the executive board, and everyone is aligned and start tracking. All of these OKR are accessible to all employees, no matter to which department they belong. Here, total transparency is the key. Now, everyone works toward his specific objective. Every week or every month, the department managers evaluate the progress of the OKR of the department and discuss this with the executive board. And every quarter, you remember that OKR are quarterly goal. The department managers and the board sit together. All of them share their progress, learn from it, and if objectives have been achieved, they establish new ones, aligned with their annual company OKR. And that's how the timeline and collaboration between the board and the departments look like. But of course, it doesn't stop at the department. Now, we look at how interconnected OKR are throughout the entire company. The department OKR are defined based on the company OKR, and furthermore, the team OKR and individual employee OKR derive from that. This transparency and connection itself creates a new level of efficiency in many companies, but OKR are better than that. Now, the feedback loop comes into play. Continuous feedback from employee to the team, department, and company is equally important. Weekly, monthly, and quarterly update meetings ensure that the entire company, meaning from the intern to the board, know exactly if they are on track or not. This agility and clarity is unique to OKR and makes them the best goal-setting method for any organization, especially agile organization.